Popular men's underwear brand Papi has moved exclusively to Amazon. So anyone who takes part in their brand or uses their products knows that they used to have their own website called Wear Poppy, and they're in stores. They have their own direct to customer brand. They're a popular brand. But as you go to their site, you recently see that they said, we've got some hot news for you. Our official online web store, wearpoppy.com, is closing and we won't be selling any more product. But don't sweat it, Poppy, we're still around. We're moving the party to Amazon where you can find and all your favorite Poppy products with just one click. Same sizzle, new spot. For any inquiries, please email our team. So, since this is a big brand, because they are in Marshalls, they're in other distribution stores that are big popular chains. So they're like a real brand with millions of dollars of income. So what would make a brand like that want to go exclusively onto Amazon? One, Amazon is full of high intent shoppers. You go to Amazon because you're looking to purchase something, you're looking to buy something. If someone types in the search bar at Amazon, I'm looking for underwear, and then your brand pops up and it's a well priced and it has good reviews and people like it, then you already know that these people are going to be likely to pick your brand for underwear. So you're not searching through a sea of people on Instagram or on Facebook who aren't in the mindset to shop at the moment. You're interrupting them. They're just trying to be entertained, and you are circumventing all of that and putting yourself in the place where people are searching for a product to buy, a specific product to buy. So already the cost of acquiring new customers is actually dramatically decreased simply from that reason alone. So if they were saying you have to spend like $29 to acquire a new customer, and you're hoping that you're going to lose money on the first purchase, but maybe if they stick with you and they buy 3 more pairs of packets of underwear, then you're finally making money off this customer. You don't have to worry about that anymore, because on Amazon, the conversion rate is already 3 to 5 times higher than regular advertising. But even more so than that, Amazon includes advertising, which means you can promote your product to the top of the listings. And even that is still far cheaper than trying to advertise with Instagram or with Facebook. So your ROI, your return on your investment, is going to be much higher. So just the point of acquiring customers, already Amazon wins, right? Now we have to look at inventory. If you were to have your own inventory, meaning that you have a warehouse where you have everything stocked and that you have to pay taxes if you own it, or you have to rent, and so you have to pay for renting, and then you have to worry about the logistics of how everything's going to get shipped and shipped out on time, and it's a lot to handle when you're doing, consumer goods like this. This is one of the reasons why I work in digital products, because I circumvent all of that. I don't have to worry about renting a space. I don't have to worry about deliveries or returns. Everything is done automatically. That's just my choice of business. That's also why I do marketplaces and I sell courses on places like Udemy. But I have a whole marketplace to passive income course that you could check out. Just go to products at thelowreport.com, products, and you'll see the different courses that we offer. But the logistics and the capital efficiency, you are making savings on having to pay for a storage unit or rent or a place to keep all the products that you're going to ship in. Instead, you just ship them to Amazon, and at their warehouses, either for distribution or for storage, they're the ones who are going to handle all the logistics of sending it out and getting it done. And so you don't have to pay them unless you sell a product. And then that's another cost savings that you're having. So not only is the cost to acquire a new customer and therefore making more sales cheaper, but the logistics of running your business is also cheaper via Amazon. And so that's why big brands like this are actually deciding to just move entirely to Amazon. Not only that, but they have FBA, which is basically their fulfillment, meaning that they're not only going to house your product, and it's not like you go in and you have to ship it from there. They already pay for the workers to ship everything. They have the delivery set up. They know that they have Amazon Prime, meaning in 2 days that your person's going to get your shipping and you don't have to worry about that. And that's not an extra cost to you. Because they ship so much, they have these special deals with the shipping companies or with the mail companies that they can do that, which is something that you as a small business is not going to be able to do on your own. Right? So these are the different advantages of moving entirely to Amazon. And this is why big brands and big companies are doing that. And then we have to worry about, Trump's tariffs, which is, again, just making things more expensive in order to import. So prior to the tariffs and the Trump tariffs, which his whole deal with that is trying to make things more American made, move manufacturing back home rather than overseas. And again, everything just comes down to money and costs and demand and supply and demand. But prior to the new Trump tariffs, there was an exemption for small packages that are under $800 of being taxed with duties, meaning that you don't have to pay extra taxes on them for importing. But Trump got rid of that. And so now people are basically, brands are forced to use huge bulk shipping, right? And so because that's the better ploy. And so although you're paying duties on those, because you're buying so much in bulk, you're getting better margins on how much that you're buying. Because if you buy 1,000, people will give you a better deal than if you're buying 10 of something, because they have to make up the difference. But regardless, because of that, that can be hugely taxing on your admin in terms of making sure that the freight is there. You have to handle the logistics of ordering so much. You have to take more of a hit up front for the sunk cost of buying the goods, and you have to get them to be sold at a certain amount of time. So FBA, Amazon's like fulfillment business, does all of that for you, and it's specifically made to handle bulk imports like this. And so it will get it to the warehouses, and the warehouses again will handle the shipping and sending to all the different customers that are going to ask for buy your product. And so essentially, your business operations goes from having to be one of marketing to also logistics to also fulfillment to also dealing with international trade laws and rules and sourcing to only having to decide basically marketing and then whoever your partners for production are. And everything else in between is essentially handled by Amazon. And so when you really look at the trade offs, like, are you losing some of your brand independence? Yes, right? You don't have your own website. You aren't functioning on your own. You're not a fully independent company. You are now dependent upon Amazon, but you're not an Amazon brand. You're still your own brand. And so just because of the different things that we just listed, it actually does make sense with this new economy and with this new, relationships that America has with the other countries in the world regarding trade to move your company, if you're a company that does, direct to consumer physical goods and physical products, to Amazon, because they've really figured out a lot of the issues that you're going to come across. And so, yeah, let's take a just quick summary and recap of the strategic pivot that they decided to do of moving their model over from an independent model to one of Amazon. So their cost of acquiring customers has dramatically lowered because you don't have to rely on Instagram, Facebook, Meta, Google for expensive advertising. You can rely honestly just on showing up in the search results within Amazon's website. And then if you do want to advertise, you can advertise within Amazon's website again. And so, hello. Again, because Amazon has higher intent traffic, there are people who go to the site specifically to shop. So they're already in the state of mind of purchasing and they're looking for a specific product or solution. And so hopefully they choose yours because yours is the best within Amazon's market. Then obviously we have the logistics of they have the whole warehouses that they can house all your stuff for you. So you're not paying rent to have your own inventory held. You only pay them once you actually make a sale. So you're not doing upfront sunk costs at all. And obviously they have 2-day shipping and they have all these deals with the different shipping companies so that they can do what they're doing. And then furthermore, on top of that, also, that it's going to get there on time. And then lastly, with the whole tariffs burden, you don't have to worry about the logistics and the admin cost of like handling tariffs and different sourcing and different countries and how to get it to America and having to handle the big shipment costs. Again, you just work with Amazon's global logistics that they've already set up, and that makes all of those burdens easier on you as a company and as a business so that you could really just focus on marketing and sourcing the best products or materials with the best partners abroad. And so, yeah, that is the pivot that they made. I think a lot of that is actually really brilliant. I think it also shows why Amazon's one of the most well-run companies and smartest companies out there, because they took something that was started out as a bookstore and turned it into something that really helps empowers other businesses and other brands and other entrepreneurs and other people who want to, run businesses as their life's work. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this something that you're going to consider doing with your own company? Would you move exclusively to Amazon? For my business, which is a media company, and we also, sell digital products, we don't have to worry about that. So I wouldn't exactly be going to Amazon myself, but you might be in a clothing business, or you might be in some sort of sports business or memorabilia or whatever it is that you do. And so, maybe moving to Amazon is something that you can consider because there are a lot of trade offs that are actually beneficial to businesses, depending on this, especially in this new environment that's going on with Trump, his regulations, his trade wars, and his trade rules. So, yeah, I will catch you guys on the next post. Visit the Low Report. We also have our website there where we have all of our different articles, where we range from anything regarding business, fashion, lifestyle, tech, and much, much more. Okay, I'll catch you guys on the next post.